Hi, my name is Dr. Joe Andresi, and I'm here to talk with you about the Great Rivers United Way. Gundersen Health System is currently in the midst of the Great Rivers United Way Pacesetter campaign. The United Way is one of two charitable organizations that Gundersen Health System supports. Of course, the first charitable organization that we support is the Gundersen Medical Foundation. The foundation represents such programs as Stepping Out in Pink and the Children's Miracle Network and Paula's Purse, among many other worthy causes. The other charitable organization that Gundersen Health System chooses to support is the United Way. Although many of us are familiar with the name United Way, we are not as familiar with the role that the United Way plays. Let me take a minute to explain that. The United Way is an umbrella organization that works with about 25 local not-for-profit organizations in our region. As this umbrella organization, they help these local not-for-profits raise money. They also help them direct their efforts to areas of greatest community need. The United Way goals for the community mirror our own Gundersen Health System goals. The United Way helps weave these many organizations into a network and fabric of support for our community. Great Rivers United Way serves a 6-county region. All money raised by the Great Rivers United Way stays in this 6-county region, and those counties include La Crosse County, Monroe, Buffalo, Trempealeau, and Vernon County, all in Wisconsin, of course, and then Houston County across the river in Minnesota. This is the area that we live in. This is the same area that we serve as a health system. This is our home. The money raised by Great Rivers United Way stays in the region to support these organizations where we work. I'd like to talk with you about how that money that you give not only affects the community, but also your colleagues. I will give you 3 examples of how colleagues of ours benefit from the United Way supported services. The first colleague I would like to talk to you about is a woman who works as a nurse in our organization. She has a couple of elementary kids and she is a single mom. During the day she works and the kids go to school, but after school, kids do not go home because there is nobody there. They instead go to the Boys and Girls Club where they are provided with appropriate supervision, mentorship, and a bunch of fun activities in a safe environment. If you give to the United Way, you are giving to the Boys and Girls Club, and you're also giving to support that colleague and her children. A second colleague that I'd like to talk with you about is a gentleman who struggles with an alcohol addiction. He recognizes that he has problems and he's getting counseling at the Cooley Council on Addictions. He also attends Alcoholic Anonymous meetings that take place there. If you give to the United Way, you are giving to the Cooley Council on Addictions, and you also give to support this gentleman and his struggle to remain sober. A third colleague that you are supporting is a woman in our organization who had a son who suffered from some mental health and addiction issues. He unfortunately took his life, and his mother grieves for him today. She has gotten follow-up grief counseling from the Family and Children's Center. If you give to the United Way, you give to the Family and Children's Center, and you also give to support this woman in her grieving process. Give to the United Way, and you support your community and your colleagues. I have given you examples of how the United Way creates a fabric of support for our community and how it helps make this community what it is. Now it is time to take action to support the United Way. I am asking that members of the organization give $2 a paycheck to support the United Way and these 25 not-for-profit charitable organizations that make our community what it is. By giving $2 a pay period, you give $52 a year. And these $52 support not only the colleagues that I talked about and the 3 organizations that support them, but it also goes to support 22 other organizations in town and in the region that I did not talk about that also do incredible things for the community. In order to give, you need to go to the Gladiator website and go to the United Way tab under the A to Z resources. There you can fill in your information. The 2 things that I want you to focus on are a gift of $2 over 26 pay periods and the button below it, which says that you want this gift to be a recurring gift. That means next year when the United Way campaign is underway, you will get an email asking you if you want to continue your support. You will have the option of continuing your support, increasing the support, or canceling the support altogether. Thank you for allowing me to present this very important information to you. Have a fantastic day.